the national champion Clemson Tigers. Head coach Dabo Swinney back here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Coach?
I'm great. Good to be with you.
I appreciate you taking the time. What have you been up to the last 8 days?
Oh, man, I've been on the road. I got back to Clemson on Thursday, and then we had our banquet and parade and recruiting weekend, and then hit the road again yesterday. Been to Louisiana, back on the road in South Carolina today, and getting ready to head up to Knoxville for tonight. So just out on the recruit trail these next couple weeks.
And so how has it sunk into you? What do you think about when you think about the game from 8 days ago, Dabo?
It was just a beautiful, special moment. Just a culmination of 8 years of hard work and dedication and commitment by a lot of people, and just really a blessing. It really was just amazing, to be a part of helping Clemson get back to being the champ. It's been 35 years, and it was really the only thing we had not done. I mean, we really had done everything multiple times, but we had not been the overall champion. So that was just great to be a part of it, and just sharing that moment with those players and to see them, really their lives have changed forever. That's a moment that they will carry with them for the rest of their lives and have that bond, and just awesome to be a part of it.
It seemed to me sitting there that a strategy of yours was to run as many plays as you possibly could on Alabama. If I told you pregame you were going to run 99 plays, what would you have said?
Oh, I say it's great. I mean, the strategy is to just be great on third down. And, we were really good on third down, and they were very poor on third down. That's every game. They were 2 of 15 on third down, so they couldn't stay on the field against our defense. And we were very good on third down against their defense, so we were able to stay on field. So it's just the amount of plays just is a product of what we do on third down on both sides. And it worked out great. I was disappointed we had 2 turnovers, but we held them to 3 points. They did not score on defense, they were special teams, which has been a huge factor for them throughout the season. But regardless of who we play, when we're that efficient on third down and you're extending drives and on offensively and defensively, you got a chance to wear people down. But, hey, that was a great game, a hard-fought game. Alabama played unbelievable. It was two years in a row. But we made a few more plays this year than they did, and last year they made a few more than we did.
Now, did you walk me through your process, if you wouldn't mind, and clock management in the last minute of that game? I mean, just you seem to just be letting that thing run down all the way down to the nub.
Yeah.
Were you getting nervous just watching that clock? What was your strategy?
Well, we had a plan, but the biggest thing is I was trying to save one timeout. I knew I was going to have to use one, but I was trying to save one because we didn't want to get in a situation where we were having to run a red field goal out there where you're all the way down, and then if you don't have one left, if somebody jumps off sides, 10-second runoff, game's over. And so we were trying to. We almost called one. I think it was about 50 seconds, but we didn't. I wanted to save it, and when you got timeouts like that, it leaves you a lot of options. And so we clocked it at 22, and now you got there in 19 seconds. You still got 2 timeouts, and then it worked out. But the biggest thing was when we got the pass interference on Mike, we lost some time there. But 6 seconds from the 2, we had the right call. We knew that there would be at least a second left, and he had the chance to either get rid of it quick, hit him open quick for the touchdown, the game winner, or if it's just wide open, run it in. And so we were playing to win. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. And we felt good about the situation, especially having that one timeout left, and we had the right call, and it worked out the way we wanted it to.
So it's either run it in with your all-world quarterback or throw it to your walk-on, then I guess your former walk-on. What are you thinking about right there? That it could either be my quarterback, who is one of the all-time best in the history of college football, or that kid who, like me, was a walk-on and is now
Yeah, well, we weren't thinking
achieving.
about any of that. We were just thinking about, hey, we knew we were going to get he's a really hard guy to handle in the slot. He had a big game, and we practiced that all the time, and knew that, like I said, we had a chance to. Deshaun was very aware of the situation, but like I said, it all worked out. But I think that's it's great. I think that's the microcosm, and like I said, that's the game, the epitome of our team. That you got the 5-star quarterback throwing it to the walk-on, and I just think that's kind of the way it was meant to be. I think it's just amazing how things worked out. I obviously was a walk-on receiver at Alabama, and to beat them in the national championship with a walk-on guy catching the game winner with 1 second, you really can't script that. So just amazing how it all happened.
A few more minutes with Dabo Swinney, Clemson head coach here on the Rich Eisen Show. Would you consider this a rivalry, Clemson, Alabama now, officially?
Well, we got a rubber match set up, so
Yes.
let's do it again. I've got great respect for Alabama, and I'm glad that we were able to play them and have a chance to compete against them. I mean, they've been the best easily, and to beat them, had we beaten somebody else, it'd have been great. But I'm not sure that people would have given us the same type of maybe respect. But when you beat Alabama, and we played them we scored 75 points in 2 games the past 2 years and 1,060 yards against the best defense in the country. I think it just gives us a little bit more credibility. We've been really good too, and we got great respect for Alabama. But it's they can share that trophy. They got plenty of them, and I don't have any doubt they'll be right back there next year. But to beat them, like I said, the best. It's very gratifying and great for our young men to know that, hey, they can do that.
A couple of more things out of the game that people are talking about. Length of the game. I know what it was like to watch it. Man, that thing seemed like it lasted forever. Would you be up for any sort of rule changes, whether it's a replay where you get challenges kind of like the NFL or something to speed the game up, Coach?
Yeah, we don't need less of the game. We need less of all the wasted time. That's what we need less of. That's I would not be for any changes that changes the game. But all the commercials and timeouts and all that stuff, that's and like you said, the replay stuff. That's where the game gets extended. But I loved every second of it. I didn't want it to end, but it was a great night.
What do you think of the targeting rule in college? Do you think it's going well or as intended?
Yeah, I think that it's been a little inconsistent. I think that they have improved greatly, and I think that it is changing the culture of football. I think, which is a good thing. I think it's people are so much more conscious of it. They're not the refs aren't perfect. They have missed some. We had one in the game the other night that I felt like should have been called, but. I think for the most part they have gotten it right, and it has truly changed the culture of the game and how things are being taught and how guys are playing because they're just so much more aware. Guys want to play, and you've had guys put out of games and things like that. So I do think that it has, and then the change that they made this year where it could be reviewed those were all positive, and there's been some more discussion of some things that can make it better, but I think we're heading in the right direction.
And I'm already hearing second-round grades being mentioned for Deshaun Watson, which I think personally, and I'm not just saying this because you're here on the phone line, I've said it on my show even without you on the phone line, I think it's nuts. What do you say to evaluators about that, about what they might be missing out if Deshaun Watson lasts that long in the NFL draft?
They should lose their jobs. That is absolutely the craziest thing. They know they don't know Deshaun. They don't. This guy is going to. I mean, I can't even tell you how brilliant he is as a football player, as a person, how impactful of a man and human being he is. He's going to change a locker room the day he gets there. I mean, he's just so driven, so humble. Unbelievable understanding of his platform, and his skill set is off the charts. He can do anything and everything. This kid put up 75 points and 1,060 yards on Alabama the last 2 years. He's 32-3. His only losses, he lost to Alabama in the national championship game where we had 550 yards. He lost to Pitt where he threw for 570 yards, and he lost to Georgia Tech. He played like 12 snaps and tore his ACL. This kid's a winner, and he's always been a winner. And he's one of the most poised human beings I've ever seen and been around in my life. And his attention to detail and how he prepares, I don't understand it. I really don't. But, you see it all the time. I mean, you see great players Some of these guys that have been evaluated as first rounders blow my mind in the past years. And then you got a guy like this, that's why I don't pay any attention to any of that stuff. I really don't. I don't understand all of that. It makes no sense to me when I see some of these things come out, and then I see exactly what I know is going to happen at the next level. This guy right here, I don't care what other people say, he is the best of the best, and that will prove to be the case when he gets his opportunity. And he'll bloom where he's planted, and wherever he gets taken, he's gonna be phenomenal, just phenomenal.
Coach, thanks for taking the time. I know you're very busy with your plan, and I'm just assuming you calling into the show means you've graded my homework, and it's got a passing grade. My homework with you?
No, I haven't graded your homework. I'm not sure what homework that is.
No. As I heard, you've been grading homework on some people in the media. I heard that in your post-game press conference.
No, just the guy that called us a fraud. Just that guy.
Okay.
That's the only one.
Okay.
You win 70 games in 6 years, and somebody calls you a fraud. I don't have any problem with anybody saying that they don't think we're good enough or they think we're not going to win. That's all fine. But when you make a word like that, I just think when you don't know the players, you don't know the culture, you don't know the heart of our guys, it's just a little over the top, in my opinion. And but it was just, I got an opinion too. So
we know
those guys can say anything they want. Nobody ever holds anybody accountable. But that was one that I felt like, he needed to be kind of called out on that. It was because it was over the top.
Well, I appreciate a call in rather than a call out. So thank you very much, Coach.
Yeah, man. You got it.
We'll chat soon. It's Dabo Swinney.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.